Acceleration, a leading provider of digital marketing, consulting, outsourcing and technology services, has implemented a mobile ad serving solution for 24.com that will allow the online publishing group to drive a new revenue stream and offer its advertisers a powerful new channel to market. Richard Mullins tells me more. I'm joined by Richard Mullins, the MD of Acceleration, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about mobile ads and ad serving. Richard, welcome to the show. Welcome to Tech at Work.
Thanks.
As I said in the intro there, we're talking a little bit more about the ad serving solution that Acceleration has completed for 24.com. Tell me a little bit more about that. What does that all mean?
Sure. The reason the 24 go with an ad serving solution is to manage their inventory and to be able to understand what their forecasts are like on their different platforms that they're using. They have implemented an ad server across both their online digital platform, which includes the internet, as well as their mobile platform as well.
Now, is that a move towards the mobile platform because of the mobile penetration that we're seeing in South Africa and Africa?
Absolutely. If you look at the potential reach in terms of Africa and South Africa currently, if you look at global stats, depending on who you speak to, we sit at probably between 4th and 6th in the world in terms of mobile ads that are currently being served. One of the reports that I read was in March alone, we did over 120 million ads from a mobile perspective within South Africa. So the potential is massive. I think the question now is how do they monetize that potential, both as a publisher and also how do marketers use that to engage with their customers within the environment.
What does this platform, the mobile ads and going onto the mobile market, what does it give the advertiser at the end of the day?
I think one is access. If you look at South Africa as a norm, we've got 44 million ad sets in circulation, 29 million active handsets. Of those, about 9 million handsets actually have web enablement so that they can actually browse and surf the net. What it means, if you look at that versus internet penetration, internet against the OPA studies is between 6.5 and 7 million people that are accessing internet. Just on mobile penetration in terms of web-enabled phones, it's almost 50% more. And that's where I think the opportunity lies. The difficulty is in terms of the operating systems that mobile phones currently have, in that you have a plethora of them, depending on which phone you're using, what screen size it has, and I think that complexity has been something that advertisers and publishers have been grappling with. The solution that has been implemented with 24 runs off the double-click DFP system, and what it's able to do is that it's able to take 3 different size formats and a text format, and what it does is it basically tests to see which format is available on the phone and then deliver the best format that is available, which means that the publisher and the clients are able to actually deliver the right message to the right audience at the right time.
Richard, do you think that this is the way forward for advertising in South Africa and on the continent because of this mobile handset penetration? Do you think we're going to move away from the traditional form of web advertising?
Well, I actually think it is web advertising. It still is part of your internet experience. It just means that your screen is different. It just means that your engagement is slightly more different. I think what we need to start understanding is how does the environment differ to a traditional kind of online environment. The formats are pretty primitive at this point in time. What we are expecting is that we understand that the flash players coming out, especially Flash 10, is going to have a mobile application. The question then is whether the operators are actually going to engage with that flash. And once we can do that, we're going to have the same sort of functionality that we currently experience through internet browsing on a PC. The questions around that now become, iPhone, for example, currently doesn't support Flash. So the big question is, are they going to conform and actually bring it into line with it? If that's the case, then definitely this is going to, I think, escalate at a far more rapid rate than what we saw from an internet perspective. In terms of the engagement opportunities, I think it provides advertisers and marketers with even more opportunity. For example, you can build in call me backs directly to the phone that can be triggered automatically to a call center to engage with somebody to order a product or find out more information or whatever the case is, which currently on the internet is slightly more cumbersome. So those kind of things I think are going to become more critical. I also think that search will become far more focused in that it'll become more localized to where the person is based through location-based services. So if you're searching for a pizza place and you're standing in Sandton, you would be able to find all the ones that are within a 10-kilometer radius of you. Those sorts of opportunities will open up the web to smaller businesses as well as becoming more relevant and engaging with them at a real-time sort of rate. And I think that's where the real opportunity lies.
You touched on one of the challenges, the Flash 10. What are some of the other challenges when dealing with this mobile ad space? And that acceleration had to deal with regards to the 24.com situation.
The 24.com one was around understanding what the creative requirements are. Once again, you can take a simple banner on a digital platform and it's quite easy, it's a standard banner. Whereas suddenly now you're having to produce 3 sets of creative. It's very limited in terms of the space on a screen. You can imagine a small screen size, you don't have the same size. So now you've got to rethink the way that you look at creative. In terms of the formats, they're very simplistic, as I said earlier. It's a GIF format, so you don't have that rich, engaging kind of processes. What we do think will come down the line is the opportunity to build out those Flash processes, and that will be here within the next year, definitely.
Yeah.
The other challenge that I think people haven't really kind of thought through is, what are you using your phone for? And is it relevant to your environment? Some of the things that we're seeing in terms of trends, just to kind of put it in context, is that currently there are 15 million people using their mobile phones to access Facebook worldwide. That's going to grow to 600 million within the next 3 years. So how do we now engage with those people in a different way and provide them with real relevant information? And I think those are going to become bigger challenges as we move forward.
All right. Well, Richard, we're going to leave it there. But Richard Mullins, MD of Acceleration, thank you very much for joining me on Tech at Work.
Thanks very much.